I pray at the divine feet of Mother Lalitambika and my gurus. So, we have already spoken about the first Dhyan mantra and the second Dhyan mantra. In those two Dhyan mantras, Goddess has been described with a complexion of the rising sun, the color of the rising sun. So, orange and reddish, and that's the color of Divine Mother. Now, in this Dhyan mantra, the third one, she has been described with the golden color or the yellow color complexion. So whenever I do the Dhyan mantras, I always think of this particular Dhyan mantra as like the sun in the afternoon. So the first two Dhyan mantras, I always remember like the rising sun. When I look at her, the first two Dhyan mantras. The third Dhyan mantra is the color of the sun in the afternoon, which is golden and yellowish and bright yellow. So, Dhyayet Padmasanastham. It says, let's meditate on the one who is Padmasanastham, who is sitting in the lotus posture or who is also sitting on a Padmasan. Now, what is a Padmasan? Normally we'll think Padma means a lotus. Normally we'll think, oh, she's sitting on the lotus. But here, the lotus means the lotus mind of a devotee. Now, what is the lotus mind? First, we have to understand the lotus. The roots of the lotus are in dirty waters. But yet, the lotus rises above the dirty waters, and when it sees the sun, the lotus blooms. And if you put a water on the lotus, the water drops will trickle down. It won't stick to the lotus petals. So, this is what is the mind of a devotee. The mind, the roots, the mind of the devotee is like in the material world. It's like the roots of the lotus in the material world. So mind of the devotee might be in the material world, but slowly when he starts praying to Mother, when he starts chanting the Lalita Sahasranam, slowly that lotus, that mind which was in the material world, the dirty waters of the material world, starts rising above, and then when it sees Divine Mother, which is the sun, it blooms. And when you put water, means water, the worldly waters of desire, lust and whatever it is, even when you put those water on the mind of the devotee, it will trickle down. The mind does not get affected by the worldly waters of desires. So this is Padmasan. This is the lotus mind where the Divine Mother comes and sits. So Padmasanasthan means the lotus mind of the devotee. Even though the roots may be in the material world, yet the mind is unaffected by the material world, and this is where Divine Mother comes and sits. Padma Patraya Takshim, and Divine Mother's eyes have been described as lotus petals. Two properties of the lotus petal here are mentioned. One is the eyes. The lotus petals are very long. So Mother's eyes are long from here to here. What does that indicate? Means that even if a devotee, whoever, even if he is praying in a remote corner of universe, Mother's eyes can go and watch him, can go and look him. Okay, we have already discussed Mother is Trinayana, means her eyes are in all the three worlds. Now here they are saying like lotus petals, means it's very long. So even if somebody is behind, Mother's eyes can go and see and bless that devotee. And another quality of lotus is that it has a cooling effect. If somebody has fever, you take the petal and put it on the forehead, that fever will cool off. So we are in this material world, we are suffering from three types of fever: Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adhyatmik. We are suffering physically, we have cold, fever, a lot of disease, etc. We are suffering because of the planetary positions. We are suffering if an earthquake comes or a tornado comes. We also suffer internally many times. We might be having all sorts of wealth, all people around us, every good thing happening, whatever somebody may desire we may have, but yet internally we might have some problems and we are suffering. So these are three various kinds of suffering that has been described, which comes under Trayatap, three types of suffering or three types of fever. So when we pray to Divine Mother, when we chant the Lalita Sahasranam, slowly, all these three types of suffering vanishes away, completely goes off from the life of a devotee. That is the cooling effect, what is mentioned by Padma Patra, means the cooling effect of the lotus eyes of Divine Mother. Whenever we look at the lotus eyes of Divine Mother, all our sufferings, all our fevers of the material world, material fever just ceases. It just goes away completely. Hema bhama pita vastram. Here it is described that she is having a golden effulgence around her. Again I said it is like the sun of the afternoon. Pita vastram. She is wearing a yellow garment. Karakalita lasata hema padma. In one of the hands she is now twirling a yellow lotus. In the previous shlokas it was red lotus, now it is yellow lotus, Varangim. And her limbs are perfect. And when you look at her limbs, all your desires will be fulfilled. Sarva Alankara Yuktam. She is adorned with many ornaments. Though she doesn't need an ornament to beautify her. She is so beautiful, but yet she is so benevolent that when the devotees offer her ornaments, she wears it to glorify the beauty of the ornaments. Divine Mother does not need any ornament. She is beautiful by herself. So Sarva Alankara Yuktam. She is wearing many ornaments. Satatam Abhayadam. The best feature of Mother is that she is always granting Abhay. Abhay means fearlessness. What kind of Abhay? Satat Abhay. Constantly, eternal. So she is granting you fearlessness. Now this is the quality of a devotee. If you truly from heart pray to Divine Mother, one of the things that will happen in you, one of the change that will come in you is that you will become fearless. You will fear nothing in this world. You will never ever feel insecure because Divine Mother is granting you fearlessness. Satatam Abhayadam. Always you will be fearless. Bhakta Namaram Bhavanim. And she is Bhavani. She is very compassionate. Bhakta Namaram. She is very compassionate towards her devotees. Shri Vidyam. She is Shri. Shri means all prosperity. Whatever you can think of. Vidyam, knowledge. Whatever knowledge you can think of. She is an embodiment of all knowledge. So a person, a devotee praying to Shri Vidya will have all prosperity and all knowledge, whatever he needs. Shantamurtim. And she is very peaceful, tranquil. She is a form of peacefulness. She is a form of tranquility. Sakala Surunutam. All the Devis and the Devatas, all the celestial beings in different heavenly worlds are constantly praying to her. Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. And she is the one who bestows her devotee all prosperity, all happiness, all protection. So this is the quality of Divine Mother that has been described in the third shloka. One more time I'll go in the reverse order. She is Sarva Sampat Pradatrim. She bestows all wealth, all prosperity, happiness to her devotees. Sakala Surunutam. She is being prayed. All the Devis and Devatas are praying to her. Shantamurtim. She is a form of peacefulness. Shri Vidya. She is the embodiment of all prosperity and all knowledge. She is very compassionate towards her devotee. She is constantly granting fearlessness and she is adorned with all sorts of beautiful ornaments. Her limbs are perfect. She is holding a yellow lotus in her hand. She is wearing a yellow dress. A golden hue is coming out of her body and she has beautiful lotus-like eyes, very long, so that she can see every devotee in every corner of the universe. And she has a very glowing, very beautiful face, and she is Padmasanastham. She is sitting on the lotus mind of a devotee. Let us meditate on such a Divine Mother. Om Shri Lalitambikaye Namaha. With prayers at the lotus feet of my Divine Gurus, Baba Bhutnath Ji, Paramahansa Dikleshwaranand Ji and Swami Divya Chetananand Ji. I hope that you have liked the videos. I have tried my best to explain it in a simple manner, the way I have learned it from them, and trying to give the knowledge in the proper way. If you have any experiences while chanting the Lalita Sahasranam, or if you have any comments or any questions, please do comment below. And if you like the videos, please share this knowledge with everyone. Thank you very much. Jai Gurudev.